Welcome to the hardest winter arc ever where you train like a Shaolin warrior monk. I got my very first boo-boo today because I tried to do pull-ups on the tree that everyone does pull-ups on. Don't know why I thought I was everyone, but honestly proud of my first battle scar. Like the bleeding cracks on my feet don't count because no one can see them, you know? Today's training was us holding warrior poses on these wooden poles. And guys, I may have finally found my calling / like the one thing I'm good at. Granted, I'm on the baby poles, but I imagine you have more wood area to balance your feet on the taller poles. Honestly, not sure. I don't know till I try, but I can't get up onto those tall poles anyway. But on the baby poles, I could hold each pose for the entire 120 seconds. That is till a bee came near me and knocked me off my game. But guys, there were so many bees around today. I think spring is around the corner, so that means more bees and more pollen. Help! Like, I could not stop sneezing all day today, which is so embarrassing. Putting on my deodorant because we work out all day and I don't want to smell bad. And wait for it. Today, I was assigned for temple duty, but guys, I forgot. Like, I don't know what's happening to me. I just forgot. I still cleaned the sink after lunch, and I made sure it was sparkling because I felt so bad for forgetting, but I definitely was on time for serving dinner. That was my day at the temple. See you guys tomorrow. Bye. You guys ever wake up and be like, wow, I really suck at everything? Well, this is day 6 of me training like a Shaolin warrior monk in China, and, well, I suck. Like, really suck. Ignore the fact that I look like a literal boy in my uniform, but today we worked on freaking acrobatics. Acrobatics, like flying kicks, horizontal flips in the air. Listen, I didn't even think that I was in that bad of shape before. Like, I used to run and do power yoga. Like, you know, I was decently fit, but my body doesn't move like this. I look like an idiot. But then again, I guess I'd rather be doing this so I can have some cool parkour moves compared to what the other group was doing in the snow. Actually, I take that back. What they're doing was pretty cool too. It just sucks like sucking at things, you know? There's actually no way that my afternoon session can be worse than the humiliation I just went through for like 3 hours. There's no way. There's no way. Except it was. Not only can I not do a flip in the air, but I also guess that my cardio isn't as good as I thought. We did 100 kicks on each leg. Like, geez, our Shifu moves so fast. And then 100 burpees. I was humbled. I was gasping for air. I do have the best Shifu ever because even though I look like I'm in searing pain, like, you bet he's always pushing me to my best. The cardio is just our warm-up. Today we were doing dummy work, and guys, low-key, it like really hurts to punch it. Like, one of the kids' hands started bleeding. I'm not making that up. I don't want to sound like I'm complaining this whole video, but I also sucked at this. Like, god damn it, I just need one win. One win. For reference, this is me punching, and then this is the other students punching. Like, they look like they're going at the speed of lightning. How do you move like that? I think even my master was starting to lose patience with me at the end. But guys, I was finally able to redeem myself. We worked on abs, and I've never seen a group of men dying more. I hate to say it, but it genuinely brought me joy, and that sounds so mean, but it's true, because that means all my solid core Pilates classes actually paid off for something. And then immediately, as soon as I started smiling, I got humbled again with push-ups you do on your fingers. The joy was short-lived, but at least everyone else was struggling during this one too. That was today's session. See you guys tomorrow. Welcome to day 5 of the hardest winter arc ever, where you train like a Shaolin warrior monk. I'm at a kung fu school in China, and there are some weird things like people walking on stilts, people with random sticks, and rooms with not 1 but 2 toilets in them. It's crazy. It's fine. You get used to it, honestly. Today's training was a lot of shadow boxing, and after an hour of punching and kicking the air, you get tired. Like, I've genuinely never been more beat. Granted, half of it was probably because I missed breakfast this morning, but I went to go make my protein shake for lunch, except I forgot the water. Like, yes, this is an accurate representation of how the whole day felt. The temple provides us with 3 meals a day, and we get eggs every day. I was starving, but the doggies tried to go for my food before I could. They're so spoiled. During our afternoon session, we practiced a kung fu form, and each one of us had to take turns leading the group. As you can tell, I have extreme performance anxiety, and I'm always really nervous whenever I have to perform anything, but I think I did decently all right today, even though I look stressed. Like, girl, why do I look so stressed? After the session, my body was in so much pain, but I wanted to practice my cartwheels because the sunset honestly made me feel like I was living in a Barbie dream movie moment. It doesn't feel like real life. At that point, literally all that got me moving was the thought of dinner. I seasoned my meals with pepper and sriracha, and I'm not kidding. I thought I was gonna collapse at the dinner table, but here's to another day. Yay, I made it. Like, I'm alive. See you guys tomorrow. Training like a monk in China during wintertime surprisingly does have some perks. For starters, it makes boring chores way more entertaining. We train Monday to Friday and get the weekends off to Sunday reset. I'm resetting, but there are students who left the village to go hang out and get massages in the city, which is an hour away. We are super lucky, and we have a washer. Most of the other schools, you have to hand wash your clothes, but we don't have a dryer, and there's only so much sun you get during the day during wintertime. But that means we dry our clothes outside behind our dorms. But guys, so many of the students don't have clothespins, so their clothes literally end up blowing away white and on the floor covered in dirt. Like, girl, what's the point of washing them then? Can't say much because I also do not have clothespins, but I'm improvising, okay? And I'm using my kawaii hair clips to hang my clothes up. It was a big mistake to not wear gloves while I was doing this though. The combo of the wet clothes and the cold weather literally made me feel like I was getting frostbite. Like I legit thought I was gonna puke from the pain. It felt like a stabbing shooting sensation up all my fingers. But tell me, have you ever seen cuter accessories to hang up your clothes and undies? I think not. I think not. Thankfully, it did warm up later in the day, so I was able to go on a run for my daily dose of serotonin. Yay! But guys, running on top of regular training genuinely has my muscles broken. I force myself to stretch with my furry friends because I've already injured myself once before and I'm not doing it again. And because I hate myself, I'm also adding in a quick little ab workout while entering my Nara Smith era and trying to make this dress more functional to train Kung Fu in. It was just really constricting, so I decided to cut the slits a little bit, and I'm gonna be wearing pants under it, so it's still modest and very cute. Still, every day, I literally cannot believe that this is my home/school. Like, it's genuinely so gorgeous at night. Like, someone pinch me. I'm in freaking China. Welcome to day 3 of the hardest winter arc ever, where you train like a Shaolin warrior monk in China. I'm dying. No, but for real, I can't believe this village is my new home for the next 45 days. Like, that's literally the river we run across every morning. This morning, we practiced walking on stilts. Didn't know we were preparing for gymnastics, which means obviously you can't forget about the stretching, even though it was really, really painful. No, but in all honesty, I do love it here. We wear this uniform every single morning, so I suited up for the day and decided to go on a run before training. Why? I don't know. I just need as much serotonin as I can get in my life right now, and because I'm a beginner, I have to try extra hard so I can move on to the cool stuff like training with the sticks. I want to feel like real life move on. At this point, I started to deeply regret the fact that I went on a run earlier. Like, who did I think I was? Because if you've ever tried to bear crawl downstairs before, it's tough. It's tough. I was panting and wheezing and I was like, how do you guys do this every single day? It is optional, so only like the hardcore people do it, but I'm like, I'm not a quitter. I'm gonna do it too. Every Friday, we get assessed on what we've learned for the week, and this is where my mind started to go blank because I swear I know I learned something and I know I remember it, but the moment I have to perform it in front of other people, my mind goes blank and I started to forget everything. The stage fright was real, and to use me as an example, he had me hold this pose for a very, very long time. I was like, boy, I can't hold this for any longer and I can't make my arms any straighter. Again, I'm not a quitter though, so I finished the rest of what I knew and hopefully next week it goes better. Bye guys. Welcome to a day in the life of training like a Shaolin warrior monk. If you're caught with your lights on past 10 p.m., you have to hold this pose for over an hour. I'm a decent student, so no, I didn't get caught with my lights on, but I am going through a breakup right now, which is honestly incredibly distracting during training. My head is literally all over the place and my master can tell, like, this is not me at my best. When I first came here in December, I was super social, eager to learn, and now that I'm back, I'm still eager to learn, but I find myself spending a lot more time alone as of late. You aren't supposed to speak with one another during meal times. Since you can't talk to anyone anyway, I decided to self-isolate myself and choose a seat outside. There is something slightly therapeutic about it, but funny story, when I first came here, I was low-key like, oh yeah, everyone else here is here to heal from something, but that's not me. I'm just here for vibes. Boy, I could not be more wrong. The universe really decided to say, no, training in the snow isn't enough for you. Let's just add in some trauma and heartbreak to really add a proper challenge. Ah! And yeah, my muscles are more sore than last time. My brain is a little bit more fried from all the information, but genuinely, I wouldn't have it any other way. Thank God my heater works this time. Like, I'm so happy. At least I'm not cold. That's a wrap on day 2 out of 45. I'm back in China to train like a Shaolin warrior monk, but I haven't worked out in a whole month, so I'm ready to get my ass beat. We started off the morning with punching and kicking our friends, and like, that sounds like a joke, but it's literally not. You get hit 100 times, and this was my first ever time doing this, so I put my hair up and prepared for the worst, and it kind of looks like you're getting a massage, but trust me, it felt like I was seeing stars in my eyes. Like, my eyesight started to go out and I saw black. That might be because people are punching me, and that also might be because we're training in the snow. Who knows? I just knew that I had to carry on because I'm not about to tap out. It is Chinese New Year right now, so a lot of students have been training to put on performances for the new year. I was gone during that training because I was vacationing in Europe like the lazy bum I am. But obviously, I wanted to support my friends. And guys, the snow here is crazy. Last time I was here, it was cold, but it wasn't snowing. So I have no idea how I'm going to do this time, but their costumes are so cool and the choreo looks insane. I'm like, how did they learn this in just a month? I was getting mad FOMO because I didn't get a cool costume like that, but it was so cool to see my friends. They're literally putting on these performances and still doing morning and afternoon training. Like, they're insane. They get no time off, and they've been performing for like 12 days in a row. Go them. For afternoon training, I was working on like my weakest link. Actually, I have a lot of weak links, but my weak link is finding my balance because I have like no inner peace. And so trying to focus and stay on a stilt for an extended period of time proves to be very, very challenging for me. But I got up and I kept trying and kept falling. It's okay. We all start somewhere. I couldn't take the falling anymore, so I just moved on to dips and some leg lifts. And then we played this weird game of boxing tag. I don't know how to describe it, but it's like tag, but kung fu version. By that time, it was time for dinner, and it's just day 1 out of 45. And I started crying at the night because I'm like, oh my God, I have 45 days of this, but at least my heater works this time. So yay, bye.